words. No!
It's July.
Oh my god.
Oh.
But they, my husband, they can handle it. Get up.
Ask for that first. Alrighty. I'm having some technical difficulties already at the moment. Let me see. Okay, we're good. Oh, man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talking Thoughts, episode 10. It's been quite a while since I did a Talking Thoughts, and it's about 4 months, actually. 4 months since I did a Talking Thoughts. I've been wanting to get back into the groove of things, not only with editing more videos again, but also just doing another Talking Thoughts podcast and everything. So, let's see how this one goes. This is funny. I was already having some sort of technical difficulties in the beginning. Oh, geez. But also, happy late Thanksgiving to all of you. For those that end up either just tuning in or will eventually watch this later. For those of you that do watch my Talking Thoughts, happy late Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those that are wondering where I've been and why things have been up and down again on the channel, like with just content-wise, just videos and everything. I have been very busy the last couple months. For those that don't know, I've been very busy. The last couple months, hang on a sec. I've been very busy the last couple of months to where I was busy with work. I was very busy with work, and then the last 2 weeks, or almost 3 weeks, I believe now, I have a new position at my job, so my new schedule is completely different. So it's a matter of getting used to. And as much as I'm enjoying the work schedule, I think one of the main things that's throwing me off is the time zone change, or the new daylight saving. I don't know, whatever it's, for us here in California, and everyone, it gets dark quicker now. And for me personally, I don't like it. But it's just me. For one of the things I wanted to mention was, since it was Thanksgiving yesterday, for me, I'm having my Thanksgiving dinner today. I haven't really had my Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving for some time now, because some of my family were very busy in particular. So it's like we celebrate our Thanksgiving the day after. And it got me thinking, for the year of 2020, for how horrible 2020 has been, got me thinking, what am I thankful for? Like, what am I thankful for in particular for the year of 2020? And I guess you could say one of the things I've been in particular thankful for is that the fact that like a lot of my family and loved ones were all still okay. That everyone I care about is okay. We're all in as good health as we possibly can be. I'm thankful that my back injury that I suffered back in March has finally been pretty much mostly taken care of. It's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, my back pain is now at 10, at the very least, I would say. It's not really hurting me as much anymore, and I am really grateful for that. The last 6 months or even 5 months or so, I was very miserable, not really being able to do much just because of how much my back was hurting me. And I think during that time, I was really just almost live streaming or editing videos nonstop whenever I can, because that was really the only thing I was able to do. Because I couldn't do anything else. I literally wasn't able to do anything. So I think I'm just grateful for the fact that my back is more than enough healed up, mostly, but also grateful and thankful that my family and loved ones are still here during this horrible year of 2020 that we're all fighting through and trying to get by in. I'm thankful that I still have a job. Honestly, a lot of places, a lot of jobs went out of business because of COVID. A lot of people lost their jobs because of COVID. I can honestly say I'm one of those people who are thankful that they still have a job. Uh, I'm thankful to still have a roof over my head, little things like that, you know. So it's the little things that matter most to me, really. Um, but as I was saying before, I have been so busy the last couple months. I've been so busy with work, trying to get back into the groove of things. Um, it's really hindered me on content here on my channel, and even I already planned on making a second channel, which I already did, Riveting Gaming. I only have 2 videos on there, the introduction video and a previous Minecraft video that I already made with me and my little brother that was uploaded here. I just re-uploaded it over there. So I gotta get back on that and uploading more videos on my gaming channel now as well. But yeah, so I'm just this wasn't initially one of my topics, but this is just one of the things I wanted to vent about. Thoughts on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox One being sold out everywhere. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that on how much they're being sold out literally everywhere, really. Like almost for me, anywhere I look online, they're just sold out. They're sold out. They're practically impossible to find, really. Unless you're one of those people that attempted to do an all-nighter on Thanksgiving to camp out outside of stores and to try to get a PS5 or Xbox One. It's just ridiculous. Like, to be 100% honest. I don't know. It's crazy. I remember reading in this article that said that people that worked for like Amazon and everything, that apparently they were, I could be wrong. I remember coming across it. I don't know how 100% accurate this is, but I remember reading an article. It might have not just been Amazon, but I read the article stating that people who are having PS5s and Xbox Ones shipped to their homes, the people that do the processing of shipping them, they were taking them for themselves. And so I was reading an article that a lot of people weren't receiving their orders, basically, which was the PS5s and Xbox Ones. And to me, that's crazy. I remember reading this other article that somebody bought, like, how many was it? Like 20 PS5s or something like that? Like 20 or 10, and are selling them on like eBay for like $1,000 or something. I don't know. It's just freaking crazy. Oh my gosh. Hey, Ultimate Double X, how's it going? Do you mean the Xbox Series X? Is that what it's called? Xbox Series X? I don't know why I kept on thinking Xbox One. Xbox One was the previous one, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not really much an Xbox person. I'm more in PlayStation. But the whole thing is just so crazy. I remember it was like that years ago when the PlayStation 4 came out, and I remember even for me, I told myself too, like, I'm gonna wait a couple months to get the PS4 because I remember it happened for the PlayStation 3. There were a lot of glitches and some stuff wrong with the PlayStation 3 that they eventually fixed months later. After the people who bought them filed complaints that they were having issues. So it's like, for me, I didn't want to have that issue with the PlayStation 4. And I recall there was some issues with PlayStation 4 when it first came out, and people were going nuts buying them. So I was like, for me, I'm all like, not everything is perfect right away. I mean, for example, look at the Nintendo Switch. I feel like the Nintendo Switch, they rushed that out, and their biggest problem is the analog sticks the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons for the controllers. Like, those are so messed up to where it's like you have to buy a brand new controller, like the Joy-Cons, that are like almost like $60. You need to buy them in order to have good working ones, and then sometimes they'll either last you only a week or a month at best, and they're practically nearly impossible to fix, from what I heard. But like, it's like in one of those things that like not everything is perfect right away. Keep on hitting my microphone. So I feel like, as much as I wanted to try to get myself the PS5 as soon as it came out, I had the money. I had the money to spare just to randomly decide to do it. And I was willing to like scrape by with whatever money I had left to order myself the PS5 because I really want the PS5 as well. I'm one of those people. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I gotta wait. I gotta stick to my guns. I'm gonna wait a couple months later on down the line to where as soon as all these little issues are taken care of and out of the way, then I'll get the PS5. Or at the very least, when they become a little bit more available, because people are still going nuts for them. And that brings me to just another little thing I want to talk about real quick before I get to my topics. Thoughts on Black Friday. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Black Friday, to be 100% honest, going out, doing the shopping and everything, because people are so chaotic. People are so crazy when it comes to Black Friday sales. Like, people will fight you over anything, really. It's like, it's kind of ridiculous, if you really think about it. And to the fact of my perspective, like, people are willing to camp out all day, Thanksgiving Day, overnight, just so they could get, so they could be the first ones into the stores on Black Friday morning to buy whatever. Like, to me, I am not a fan of Black Friday. I am not. To me personally, I feel like Black Friday is ruining Thanksgiving. To be 100% honest, Black Friday, yeah, it's a point take. Ultimate Tempo X. Black Friday is a plague. I agree. I 100% agree. I feel like Black Friday is very much of ideally a plague. Like, that's a very good way of phrasing it, because to me, Thanksgiving is meant to spend time with your family. Like, I feel like even nowadays, some people, they don't really sit down and have a dinner with their loved ones or anything like that and just talk, and have an amazing dinner and just talk about what they're thankful for, like, and express themselves, and like, I know there's more, I feel like there's more meaning to Thanksgiving, but I feel like to me, that's some of the main things right there, is just spending time, sitting down for at least an hour, just at a table, enjoying your quality time with your family and loved ones, having this amazing dinner and just talking to each other on what you're thankful of or thankful of each other. Like, and I feel like Black Friday is completely ruining that, because for me, I am very close to my family. I am very close to my family. I love my family so much. Like, it's like to the point where almost like I really wouldn't do any, like I wouldn't do anything for them, but the deals are to kill for. Literally, they really are. Like, I remember it was for, I think it was the PS4, around like a year after when the PS4 came out. I remember there was these mad deals for the PlayStation 4 or the PS4 Pros when they came out, that people were literally fighting for them, and someone jacked somebody in the parking lot for a PS4 Pro. Even I think I remember someone got shot. Like, I could have sworn I heard. Let's see. Thanksgiving is great. Well, one of our favorite holidays. Yeah. But to me, I am not a big fan of Black Fridays. I am not really a fan of Black Friday. Like, I'm just not. If I had the money, I would much rather just wait until Cyber Sunday and order stuff online, or even on Black Friday, just order stuff online in general. I feel like there's not really much to gain from waiting outside the stores, like all Thanksgiving Day until Black Friday morning. I just don't think there is. I don't think there's anything to gain other than just having that material value. Like, yeah, I waited to get this. All right, on what, you wasted a whole day, just to get something that probably will only give you some sort of satisfaction for a couple months, like, or even like, depending on what you got, just, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I went on a Black Friday once. Me, my mom, and my brother. We went out for a Black Friday. It was so chaotic. We only got one thing that we were looking for. And that was it. And I was like, I'm never going out on Black Friday ever again. It was so stupidly chaotic. And that was a couple years ago. That was a couple years. That was way before COVID. But like, still, it was so stupid. I hated it. Again, before we get to some my topics, there's a couple things I just want to talk about. My New Year's resolution plans kind of got derailed. They literally did. For those that know, I have a video on my channel. It was my New Year's resolution plans for the whole year of 2020, and I feel like they got derailed on for multiple reasons. One being COVID, being one of them. The other being just I ended up getting hurt. I got injured. I injured my back in March, and I was practically out of commission to do much of anything for like almost all of 2020. Like it was so bad, and like my depression hit me so hard. It was ridiculous. I mean, granted, I did accomplish one of my New Year's resolution challenges, but like it was bad. It was bad. I don't even know if I'll be able to do. I don't even know if I'll do a New Year's resolution challenges again for 2021 because COVID's still around and probably will be around for another year or two. Like from the sources I read. So, but yeah, so that happened. But also, we hit 900 subs. That is insane. We're so close to 1K. So close to 1K. That is unbelievable. I mean, like for me, I started my YouTube channel about 2 years ago. And was it 2 years ago? I started 2018. Yeah, 2 years ago. And for it to for me to be at 900 subs, honestly, compared to when I started to where I am at now, like I never imagined I would be at 900 subs. Never imagined it. And especially with how much I invested into my setup. I have my 2 monitors and everything. Got a practically still a brand new computer. It's not amazing. It's not great, but it's decent for what I want to use it for. So it's getting me by, and I just can't believe I honestly can't believe I hit 900 subs. It's so crazy. Let's put that X. Congratulations, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I am just in shock. I can't believe it. It's so crazy. Almost monetized. Yeah, almost monetized. Funny enough, I don't know why it reminded me. One of my videos got claimed. One of my old videos got blocked in general. One of my older videos. It was 2 different videos in one. It was a reaction video. It was when Ultra Instinct Shaggy blew up on like around the time that the whole meme of it, when he really blew up, that Mighty Raccoon made a Ultra Instinct Shaggy video, and so did I. Checked out Roundtable Studios' Ultra Instinct Shaggy video, and I reacted to both of them, and I thought about, what, I'm just gonna toss both of them into one video. Like that way it's like just simply just one video with both different reactions of like Ultra Instinct Shaggy. And that video got blocked. It got such a just got such a copyright claim. And I believe it was where did the claim come from? I ended up deleting it because the video didn't have that many views on it. So I ended up deleting it. But I don't remember who the claim came from. But it was just so random and weird. It said the claim, the copyright block claim would have got canceled in January, which was like 1 more month away. But honestly, it was hindering me seeing it almost every day that it was blocked. So I was like, I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's fine. But yeah, we're so close to getting monetized. That is absolutely insane. It's just something that I'm just absolutely shocked about, because for me, it was this has all been a creative outlet. This has all have been a creative outlet. Doing this is just a way to express myself, a way to get to know people, I've met so many amazing people online. Uh, it has been an amazing journey. It's been a blast. I started off on YouTube. I ended up expanding over to Twitch. Met a whole bunch of amazing people over on Twitch. I decided to. I eventually joined the Reaction Squad podcast through Ivan. That was absolutely amazing. Met so many cool, awesome, amazing people over there as well. Me and Ivan eventually made our own separate channel, which we still got to record more videos for. I apologize for that. It's my fault on my end. I've been so busy. And then I ended up making my own other channel, or it's my gaming channel. So it's like, it's just been so crazy the last 2 years, just seeing from where I started to where I was making videos on my old phone from the very beginning up until where I am at now. And it's like, I'm still working. Like, I still have an actual physical job to make a living off of, to do all of this. And I still love every second of it. But damn, I wish I had more time for it. I just wish I had so much more time for it because I have been so busy. And then at times I'm so exhausted from work. I feel like I don't have the energy to like either stream or record anything. I'm gonna get back to recording more stuff again, but like most of my reactions, I want to do live reactions on Twitch, and then I'll turn those into videos from the channel. But I'll get back to just doing basic reactions in general. And, that I won't live stream for. But it's crazy. It has been absolutely crazy. It's been an honor and a blessing. My future plans for 2021. I have some future plans. I have some future plans and goals in mind for 2021. Some of them I'm not 100% certain I want to spoil anything yet. I kind of want to keep it a secret until for sure I get things set in motion, and we'll go from there and see how things work out. Like, I do have a lot of plans in mind, and some of them are kind of like content related, like videos and everything. I am still gonna continue doing reaction videos here on the channel, but I want to start bouncing around here on the channel and do some vlogs as well or something. Do some vlogs, but like even like one of the things I want to start doing for the year 2021. Now that my back has gotten better, I want to start driving forward to start losing weight, and maybe I'll start some sort of vlogs of showing my process of me losing weight, and even if it would be awesome, get tips from you guys, that will help me lose weight, and even maybe meal methods, like something that you guys will think would be best for me to like eat to help me lose weight and everything. Because I eventually even want to add muscle on, to be 100% honest. I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'3", so it's like once I lose weight, I want to start adding muscle on, So it's just the way I am. Let's see, we got a comment. Let's hope 2021 is survival. Yeah, or survivable. Yeah. It's things have been so chaotic in this whole year of 2020 that like you never know what's gonna happen in 2021. No one, I don't think anyone knew COVID was gonna blow up the way it did in 2019. I remember when 2019, towards the end of 2019 was a horrible year, but 2020 topped it. Let's be honest. But it's just so crazy. We can all just only hope that like we'll just get by. We'll just get through it. It's just so crazy. I want to get in depth on my personal opinions on COVID and all that, and even like things I've been hearing. But at the same time, I don't. I'm a little worried things might happen. All right, so these are my topics for the month of November. Before when I first started doing Talking Thoughts, I kind of wanted to see about doing Talking Thoughts as like a weekly kind of podcast basis. That was back when I had more time to do it, like when I was hurt. So now that I don't really have that much time to do a whole lot of things, I'm just slowly getting back into the groove of things. Hopefully soon, one day, I'll be able to get back into the groove of things and do Talking Thoughts on a weekly basis. Just chill and chat with you guys, But I think for right now, it would be a cool, interesting idea to do Talking Thoughts on a monthly basis. maybe towards the end of every month, and just talk about like, or maybe even in between, like one episode for the first half and the second episode for the second half. I don't know. We'll see. We'll mix things up a bit. But since we're already towards the end of November, I was like, let's do a Talking Thoughts for the whole month in general. These are just topics I felt interesting that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I just realized a topic I should have added on here. I don't know, maybe next time. All right. So the first one I want to talk about is Pewdiepie and KSI's collab video gets claimed. I remember hearing about this. My sister even reminded me the other day, and I found an article on it as well. And I was going to go ahead. I have a link in the description for the articles that I'm going to be reading off of and talking about. So let's go ahead and shut it. All right. So this article I found from insider.com. PewDiePie says he's losing all revenue from a 30-minute video because he played an unrecognizable Celine Dion cover with KSI. I checked it out, and honestly, like, it sounds nothing like the song, honestly. There's, like, maybe a slight hint of it. Maybe, like, it's barely recognizable at all, really, but it's nearly impossible to recognize for some people, but it's as much as I love PewDiePie and, like, him and KSI, when they were doing this, it was like so laughable because it was so terrible at the same time, but you love them for doing it. So let me see. PewDiePie and KSI, who appeared on PewDiePie's YouTube channel to co-host his meme review this week, serenaded their subscribers at the end of the Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On," played on a recorder and an alpine horn. Despite their best efforts, the song was hardly recognizable, but that didn't stop a company from making a copyright claim over the video. This is where things get kind of odd and kind of stupid. PewDiePie, whose real name is Felix Schellberg, said in an Instagram story on Wednesday that a company was claiming the revenue for the whole video as its own for the cover he and KSI played for a few seconds at the end. It's too similar, isn't it? PewDiePie said, and Schellberg said sarcastically while showing in the video while showing a part of the video. So I appealed it, obviously, because it's bullshit. Like, why? He said, and they rejected it. They actually infringing on a copyright, according to this company. So this company that's copyright claiming Pewd's whole video, or not the whole video, just that ending portion, but to the point where Pewds isn't making any money off this video. This other company is making money off the video just because they felt like this song that Pewds and KSI were playing sounded like the song, even though it didn't. Like, it's so stupid. I was thinking about playing it for you guys. This is a recording of like for his Instagram thing, but I don't want to risk getting copyright on my end. So it's like, if you guys want to check it out, links in the description for the article, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Let's see. Damn, that sucks. My first time hearing this. Gotta hate music companies. Yeah, you really do. It's pretty ridiculous. That they went this far. He said the unnamed company was now receiving all the money from the 30-minute video. So all of the revenue now goes to this company for the entire video. He said, "I just thought it was BS. I don't even know. I don't even know. Creators often object to YouTube's copyright system. YouTube's copyright rules says that if you upload a video that contains copyright protected material, you would end up with a content ID claim issued by the party who owns the music, movies, TV shows, video games, or other copyright protected material. Any content ID claim may result in a takedown or lost revenue depending on the actions specified by the copyright owner, but you can dispute a claim you believe is wrong. The website says, we believe it's important to keep YouTube a platform that inspires vibrant creativity and protects creative rights." YouTube's copyright system uses a program called Content ID that scans videos and flags to creators where work might be being copied. The creator then decides whether to make a claim depending on whether the video falls under fair use copyright expectations. So, I don't know. To me, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, for Pewds to get that kind of claim, like when it clearly doesn't even sound like the song. It's like you would have if it was like someone who was an expert at playing like some sort of instrument, like of the stuff that they were doing, but they were just laughing and playing this that like it didn't even sound like it at all. But this company just felt like, oh, they said they were gonna try to play it, so let's copyright them, like even though it doesn't sound like anything like it. So, and that video is that particular video. I think that's why this whole thing blew up. This whole like copyright thing blew up for PewDiePie because this video was going to do well because it was a collab with KSI. Like because PewDiePie is like the biggest YouTuber on the platform. KSI is another big YouTuber as well. So for both of them to do a collab together, that video is going to do well. And the fact that this company just felt like that the shortest end of the video, like whereas like they're playing these musical instruments and stuff, they felt the need to do this is absolutely stupid. It's completely retarded. Part of me almost feels like if I was Felix, I almost would try to cut that ending out in a way, like, and maybe explain in the comments or in the description that you had to cut out the ending because this stupid company tried taking the whole revenue and I wasn't going to let them have it. That's just me, honestly. That's just me because that's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. Absolute BS. Hang on, I got messages. Okay, what's going on? Neat. Okay. On to the next article. I'm going to go ahead and close that one. Am I missing one? Holy crud, I am missing one. Hang on a sec. I totally forgot to add a certain article. Could have or a banner. I could have sworn I added one. There we go. Okay. So the next one that we have ourselves here is more Pokimane drama. Now, for me, I'm not a huge fan of Pokimane. I'm like, whatever about her, to be 100% honest. I do hear, because like, I feel like the drama for her lately has been nonstop. It's been very consistent to where it's practically, for me, nearly impossible to try to avoid it. So it's like, let's see what's going on this time with Pokimane. Like, I feel like it's just one of those things like Pokimane, like more drama. Like it's just the drama never ceases to end with Pokimane, and like things. I feel like to me, some sort of drama or some sort of like article and news stuff that like shows her in such bad light that she sweeps it under the rug and just smiles and gets away with it. Like that's just how I've seen about every single article about her. So let's see. All right. So let's see. This article is from sportsskida.com. I have a link in the description down below for the article. She is just lying right now. Pokimane criticized for laughing off manipulative claims made by Fedemeister in his statement. All right, so this is Fedemeister, and then that's clearly Pokimane. So basically, from what I recall, from what I've read and what I've heard, is they were on this like little thing together. It was called Offline TV or something like that, if I'm correct. And Fedemeister brought up this past stuff that was between him and Pokimane that basically they used to be together. They had a fling, Pokimane is just infinite drama. Absolutely correct. You are not wrong there. So basically, it was like, all right, so there was a group of them in this little series show, whatever the hell it is, like, or it's offline TV, and like, basically, from the drama of it all, like it sounded like Pokimane started to like wanted to. It all started with Pokimane really, where she wanted to get everything her way, and they wanted to get him out or whatever, and stuff like that. Because like I've heard this so many times, I honestly don't even want to read about it. I want to show you guys this article, and it's just so ridiculous. Like I've heard of this multiple times already. So long story short, Pokimane had some sort of fling with Fedemeister, and she tried, and basically, in a way, they kind of both admitted that they were using each other, to help. I don't know, just some sort of comfort in a way. And one thing led to another. Fedemeister started had feelings for Pokimane, but Pokimane wasn't compensating back. She was okay with them just having some sort of fling. And then eventually, so for him, he wanted to move on because he wanted a relationship with her, but like since she wasn't reciprocating back, he felt like it was unhealthy for them to continue. So they stopped being their little fling, and he wanted to see somebody else, but like what? And so she was as well. But when things didn't work out with her and this other guy, she came back to him for some sort of comfort, but he was seeking interest in someone else. And then Pokimane was getting jealous. It's like, she wanted him all to herself, but she didn't want to be in a relationship with him, but she wanted him all to herself, and she didn't want no one else to have him. It's just so ridiculous. It's very petty. It's very petty. Because in my personal opinion, people do this almost all the time. People use like this in relationships in a way, or people with some sort of flings. They use each other, men and women. They use each other, and it's a known fact. And even for the fact that Pokimane in the video, she kind of basically admits it. She basically admits that, like, they used each other. But like the fact that she was trying to put him in such a bad light, and then he posted like screenshots of their conversations over the time of when they were having this little fling, like showing how much of a bad light she actually was and not him. That like, yeah, they were both in this toxic fling kind of relationship, but like they were both on the same level, but Pokimane was a bit higher because of how much she was trying to completely deny the factors until it was proven that it was, and she was trying to put him in such a bad light, but in reality she was way more on a bad light level. Like it just showed how much more of a horrible person she was, and I don't know, it's just so ridiculous. And like Ultimate Depot X had left a comment on saying Pokimane is just infinite drama, and I absolutely agree. And I don't understand on how, me personally, well, actually, I do understand. I was gonna say I don't understand on how she has such a huge fan base, but I do though, because she's a simp, and people simp for her. Like they simp for her very hardcore. It's very ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It's just so bad. I'm kind of fed up with it, honestly. It's just one of those things I'm just like, that's just so annoying. And like, it's like, her drama never ends. And her drama leads to showing more of her true colors on how much of a horrible person she is. And yet people still praise her, still donate so many thousands of their own dollars to her. And companies like Twitch and YouTube still are okay with it. Yeah. Which is kind of funny because now we kind of are leading towards my next topic, which is, I clicked on the wrong thing. Projekt Melody, banned/unbanned on Twitch. Projekt Melody is a VTuber. They don't show how they actually look, but they use like an animation or like a 3D model, and like so like the camera follows their movements, so it's like a 3D model is moving for them, And me personally, I'm a fan of Projekt Melody. To me, she's pretty funny. Her just like simple, goofy personality. Projekt Melody is a very interesting VTuber, though. She has other perks to her. Not gonna get into that. Anyway, let's see. Project Melody banned on Twitch again. Oh yeah, this isn't her first ban that happened this month. Her first original ban was back in March, I believe. Partnership status also removed. Virtual cam girl Project Melody, who last streamed on November 2nd. Oh, this happened at the beginning of the month, towards the beginning of the month when this ban happened. Was handed a second ban by Twitch this morning. The company also removed her partner status. Melody's first suspension on the platform came in March when she was banned just one day after making her debut stream. At the time, the self-described hentai AI, said she got too spicy on Twitch. After 3 days, the ban was lifted. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. She got a little too spicy on her first stream on Twitch, and so she got banned. So she had to learn to kind of tone it down a little bit. Are you a big VTuber fan? I'm not a huge VTuber fan. I follow I check out every so often whenever I get the chance. I check out these certain VTubers that I came across thanks to Lost Pause here on YouTube, aka Noble. I'm a huge fan of his content. To me, they're just hilarious. He covers a lot of anime stuff, and he introduced Project Melody, or he had this little interview with her, and that's how I first came across by her. I was like, let's see what stuff she has. I like they're pretty goofy stuff, and then like they played Among Us together and everything. It was just so funny. So like that's how I came across Project Melody, and that's how I became a little bit of a fan of Project Melody and a couple of these other little hit the mic again, and these other little VTubers as well. I'm not a huge VTuber fan, but like it depends on the quality of the VTuber. Like there are some that like barely move and interact, and there are some that actually do a lot. It could do a lot of movements and actually have facial expressions to where it's like these are really good VTuber models that like almost move at every point of movement that you make. It's like those are really good quality VTuber models that these people are using that aren't bad. And I was like, I'll check them out. You know, it's like because that's one of the things that people also look towards is, you know, people's expressions and like, you know, of them playing like games and stuff like that as well. That's at least as I know. While the streamer sticks to SFW content on her Twitch, having streamed regularly on the platform over the past few months, her over and open SFW nature likely meant that she was under more scrutiny than most. Let's see. It doesn't bode well for Melody fans, however, that her partner status has been revoked. Twitch's ban guidelines and durations vary wildly, but unpartnering a streamer indicates a more severe sentence. It's possible that the virtual streamer has been permanently banned from the platform, which is no longer the case. She got unbanned and she's now back on the platform. She got unbanned within like a couple days, I believe, after the ban happened. But long story short, let's see if I don't know if it gets down to it. Link for this article is also in the description as well. But like, basically, long story short, Melody even brought up the topic at hand and why she got banned. It's because the person who made her model, her VR model of herself or the model that she uses in her videos and everything, the person she paid to make the model basically ended up like messaging Twitch telling them that like that Melody was using unowned an unknown purchase, basically saying that Melody was using this VR model that belonged to him because he created it, and therefore that's the reason why she got banned, which is complete BS. Because apparently Melody has been dealing with this drama for over maybe a year, and she didn't let anyone in on it. Like she was keeping it to herself. She was hoping it would just eventually go away. But eventually, since the ban happened, she posted a big old article about it and talked about on how she was constantly messaging this guy and that made her the model that she uses. And basically the guy even admitted in a message saying that like, yep, you own the complete rights to it because she paid him the amount that for the model. You know, it's like she paid him in full for the amount of the model. But in the end, the guy kept on bugging her for favors and was relentless on constantly asking for these favors. And Melody felt uncomfortable doing some of these favors because they were like, as in a way, it's like he was making it sound like as if she owed him, even though she already paid for the model that that she uses now and everything. And I thought, like, like that was done. Like, she appreciated him and she was cool with him, but it's like the guy took it a step further and just wouldn't stop. So it's like, it was just so ridiculous. It's just one of those things that I felt so bad for Melody, for her being a VTuber and a very popular VTuber as well, mind you, that like she was getting very much harassed like that, and it was pretty ridiculous. It was pretty ridiculous. Granted, a lot of people simp for Melody as well, as they do. Some people do for Pokimane, but for Pokimane is a lot more different because Pokimane actually shows herself, and she at times even admits that like almost she's simping in a way. She practically even almost like admits it. It's just so ridiculous. But hang on, let me see what's going on in the chat. Ever seen Pika-me? She's hilarious. She speaks English and Japanese. Pika-me. I'll have to check her out. Projekt Melody went through too much. She did. She went through a lot. She was dealing with all of this for a little over a year, I believe, from what her article posted on. It was so bad. I felt so bad for her, and I'm glad she got unbanned. And I hope everything got resolved to where it's like the dude was stopped bugging her, and that like she owns the full rights to her model now. I hope at the very least either she knows how to like add more stuff for her model herself, or maybe she could find someone she trusts to help edit her model if she wants to add more things. Like I think like just little things because it's a VR model. It's just So I just felt bad for her, and like I hope things continue to go well for her. So yeah, that was just one of the other topics I want to talk about. How she just it was just so unfair on how she got banned. It was so bad. So yeah, that was basically one of the last articles I really wanted to talk about. But the last thing and final thing I really wanted to talk about was UNUS ANNUS, the YouTube channel. It came to an end on November 13th, 2020. They started their channel on November 15th, 2019, and it lasted for a good year. Just a little extra, I believe, or yeah. But they purposely wanted to end the video on Friday the 13th, and that's what it was. Markiplier and Ethan, Ethan from Current Gameplays and Markiplier, YouTube Markiplier, they created UNUS ANNUS together, and the whole goal in mind, basically what they said from Set in Stone, was that YouTube channel was only going to last for 1 year. 1 year that channel was going to stay up, and it did. And that video's gone. They had a live stream, like a 12-hour, 10-hour live stream count of the final moments. At the beginning of every video they uploaded, they had the counter of counting down to the final moments. And to me, I just wanted to talk about UNUS ANNUS towards the end of this. And I don't know, like, because to me, like, there's never been anything on YouTube like UNUS ANNUS. I don't think I'm pretty sure at this point, some other people will try to do the same thing. But at this point in time, no one ever did anything like UNUS ANNUS, where they had made it for themselves. Like Markiplier made it so well on YouTube on his own. Ethan was coming up. He still made it very well as well. But they decided to come together and do something so memorable to where it kind of like they did something so memorable. It's like it's never been done before, and it'll carry on almost forever. Really, I stayed up to 2 a.m. to watch the end of the final stream. Yeah, it was great. Unfortunately for me, I was at work when the stream was going on. So by the time I got home, there was only maybe like an hour left. So I missed practically almost the whole stream. So I was like, let's just catch the end of it. I was like, oh man, and honestly, I do miss UNUS ANNUS. I do miss UNUS ANNUS. It was so funny, and honestly, even for me, it's so funny. I would even rewatch some of the videos, and now I can't because it's deleted. The channel is deleted along with all the video contents and everything, and it was just so good. It was so good. A whole year together, Mark and Ethan, they just did the randomest shit. They did the randomest shit. And it was great. It was amazing. It was hilarious. Granted, I feel like Mark got a little annoyed with Ethan at times. Like Ethan was a little too much, but it was still so good though. They were great. I'll always remember them. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. What was your favorite video of Unus Annus? Man, that's a tough question. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I have a lot of favorites. Of Unus Annus, and I can't help but feel like my favorite episode of Unus Annus, just because of how ridiculous it was probably their very first video when they're making a breakfast meal with the sex toys. It was just so random that like, because that video alone kind of like set everything in motion for everyone to get some sort of an idea on just how random their channel, the Unus Annus channel, was going to be. So I think maybe the cooking one, the very first episode, their very first video, was probably my favorite. Probably, man, yeah, that's such a tough question, but I think that's what it was. I like the cardboard box cutout, pink trombone bombing for anything but apples. Yeah, those ones were funny. Oh, bobbling, yeah. That one was funny. I think another one of the funny ones I enjoyed was when when Ethan got kicked in the nuts. They were blowing up these air tubes, and they go in and they just ran into each other. And towards the end of the video, Ethan got kicked in the nuts. And I think the reason why that one stands out to me is because I feel like in the video, I don't know if Ethan was actually doing it on purpose, but I feel like Ethan had it coming. Because from the very beginning, when they tried blowing it up, Mark was blowing it up, just, as he quote said it, with the power of his lungs. And Ethan couldn't figure out how to get it blown up. He wasn't going to blow it up himself or anything. He tried a bike pump, but it wasn't working. So Ethan gave up on that and drove all the way to a bike shop to get it blown up. And then it couldn't fit in the car. So when he came back, it was practically deflated in a way. And so Mark blew it up the rest of the way for him. And then Ethan's just standing by, texting on his phone while Mark's blowing it up. And then, like, as soon as they're both ready to go, that's when Ethan got kicked in the nuts. And it was clearly an accident. But it was just so funny because I feel like just the way Ethan was acting in that episode, I feel like he had it coming. And I think another one that was probably one of my favorites of Unus Annus was when Mark punched a hole in the wall. It was the president's expectancy of like their working out and everything. And I think when I was on break, or not on break, when I caught one of the previous videos, and they talked about that moment when Mark punched a hole in the wall. Mark pointed out saying that moment was very real. That like they felt like that moment was a breaking point for them, like because Ethan literally annoyed Mark so hard and so much in that video that he punched a hole in the wall. And Ethan even afterwards realized that like there's a limit to how much to push like someone's buttons like that for a gag in a video. Like he realized like maybe like I should tone it down a bit. And so it's like not only did Ethan learn something, but Mark learned something. Like Mark learned to try to have more self-control in a way, but like Ethan learned to like not to push things too far. And it led to Mark punching a hole in the wall and practically breaking his hand. It was so hilarious and unexpected. Like I honestly wish they would have showed like deleted scenes of Unus Annus. Like maybe even show the moment after when Mark punched the hole in the wall, show what was their reaction like after, and maybe show them bandaging up his hand or something. I would have loved to see that, like to see their actual physical reactions or something like that. And I would have even loved to see like maybe a little bit more after when like Ethan got kicked in the nuts. little things like that. Like I would have loved to see like little extra stuff like that. But point being, Unus Annus was absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved every moment of it. It was so funny, so good. Even like Amy, how much she invested her time into helping Unus Annus. She helped with the recording. She like, as they pointed out, Amy was one who came up with mostly all the ideas for Unus Annus. Like it was so good. And let me see if I can share it with you guys. Let me see. Oh, I don't know why it appeared over there. You're right here. Hang on a sec. There we go. So, in all, it's just so funny on how they started with this shot and like and how they were then. Well, it's just so crazy, and then where we're at now, and how Unus Annus came to an end. And then let me show you this last picture. No, not that one. This one, no. Oh, come on, where's the picture? There it is. There we go. Oh, hang on, what happened? They showed how they came up with their name on stream. Oh, they did? Oh, I missed that too. Dang. It was a video they took in Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, really? What the heck? Oh, that's hilarious. Man, see that little thing? I wish I could have got that. But me alone, I love this shot. I love the shot of all three of them. The last like 3 seconds or like 2.5 seconds right here of Unus Annus, of Mark and Ethan, and then Amy, who was like the brains behind this crazy mastermind idea of a YouTube channel. Like, it was so good. I loved it. I loved Unus Annus. And as a content creator myself, like, not much of a content creator. I just feel like I just do just the basic stuff. A lot of people do, like just reaction videos and gaming videos and everything. But for me, I also do little things on the side. Like I did the chip challenge and then the spicy ramen challenge. A few people did those as well, but not a lot of people. So that was like something a little different. But for me, I feel like Unus Annus, Mark, Ethan, and Amy, they, in a way, in that year span of Unus Annus, kind of inspired me to hopefully one day to do not something similar to what they did, but to do stuff similar to what they did. Like almost just doing your own content in a way. That's something that's all your own. This was something literally that was all their own. They did so many things that you really don't see other people do on YouTube, and it was so good and it worked. It worked and it was, I keep hitting my microphone. It worked and it was absolutely like hilarious. It was funny. Like it, some moments were like so well edited. Like it was all of the above and it was so good. And I can honestly say I was a fan all the way through and I loved every moment of it. And I will always miss Unus Annus, the YouTube channel. And it's just one of those things that you only have the memories of Unus Annus. I absolutely loved it. So that is that. Unus Annus. Oh man. So we're close to the end of Talking Thoughts here. That was really the last thing I wanted to talk about. But I mentioned before, like my plans for 2021. I have some things set in mind that I want to do for 2021, but it's just a matter of where everything is set in stone in the world in general, and like with the whole thing with COVID and all that. Like because a lot of things will affect my plans that I have planned for 2021. For those that don't know, about a couple months ago, I can disconnect it. I bought myself a drawing pad. It's a little, not that pricey one, but I bought it. I want to practice. I want to get back into art. I want to get back into drawing again. And I figured since I'm on my computer all the time, might as well practice drawing on my computer. But after using it, I come to realize I need to get a bigger, unfortunately expensive drawing tablet. One that has like a screen. That way I can see what I'm drawing instead of like, because this one is just a touchpad. It's just a touchpad. So when I'm drawing, I'm watching, I'm looking up at the screen and drawing instead of looking down at what you're drawing. And that is what I'm not used to. So hopefully soon I'll get on that. But I have some things in mind that I want to do for 2021. And we'll only have to wait and see if my plans come through. I wish I could say them, but I don't want to spoil anything because then what if they don't happen? You know, like one of them, however, that I do want to do is I want to see how I could plan it out. Is I want to see about doing something along the line. I don't know if I'll do it on my channel. I don't know if I'll do it on a separate channel. I've been talking with some of the guys, but about doing some sort of weight loss kind of video challenge thing where it's like vlogs of me just trying to do better of myself, me trying to get in shape, trying to lose weight, eat better, like just daily stuff of me just working out or just exercising and trying to lose weight because I want to lose weight. And I figured maybe I could do this along the way, making some sort of vlogs out of it, and then get tips from you guys and see if those tips work. Let's see. It's hard for me to get back into drawing. It took a power outage to get me back into it. Oh, really? That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, I really want to get back into drawing. Maybe one of these days I'll show you guys some of my drawings that I've done over like a couple years ago when I was really into drawing. I haven't really drawn in so long. I feel like I'm absolutely rusty. Like I'm so rusty on drawing now. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to get back into it. I really want it. I really want to. So yeah, I think I'll end up ending that there. Had a little good talking thoughts. Thanks, Ultimate Double X, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be ending that there. I don't know if I'll end up going live on Twitch in a bit. We'll see. I got to figure out what time I'm going to be taking off for my family's Thanksgiving dinner that we're going to have. So I need to figure out what's the exact time. That way I can plan it out and if I can make it for a Twitch stream or not. So we'll see. So thank you all so much for watching. And thank you, Ultimate Death for sticking with me in the comments, for chatting with me. Really appreciate it, dude. And as always, stay true and I'll be too. Bye, everybody.